Hi Josh, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Thank you for inviting me to part of the Olympia Beauty broadcasting service.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it'd be great to learn a bit more about the smart group and what your aims are and the things that the like your objectives and things.
Yeah, and that's an interesting question in these kind of strange times. The Smart Group in itself, we've been operating in servicing and supplying the professional beauty aesthetic industry for the past 11 years. The principals of the company have individually both over 30 years of experience within the industry, so we're kind of old hands at it. But none of that has prepared us for what's obviously happened in the past 14 months,
Yeah.
which I would suppose that analysts would say is a time of accelerated change within our industry, and an industry that is predominantly made up of small businesses, owner managers. There's been some tough times for us, for our colleagues, for our partners, but I think as an industry we've probably learned more, and by the very nature of the people within our industry, we probably can adapt quicker, better, faster than many other industries out there. So it's been an interesting time, for some periods with very little business and income and impossible to plan. And yet for us, the last really 2 months gearing up to the reopening has been the busiest 2 months that we've recorded in 11 years. So what to take out of it, I'm not too sure. I think in terms of the next 12 months, and what that offers is change. I think anybody in our industry, whether you're a retailer of beauty services, nail technician, aesthetic clinic, you've got to be prepared to adapt and change to an ever movable feast on how we deliver our products and services to the consumer. The demand by the consumer hasn't wavered. And I'm sure many of our shared customers, listeners, subscribers to your magazine and attendees to your beauty show right now on a Friday afternoon are probably at the busiest they've ever been for a long time, as that wave of pent-up demand is being delivered in the last 3 weeks. But it's also a time, I think, that we should reflect and realize is, with this change, how can we adapt to there's a huge amount of money, billions of pounds, we're told by the economists, that the consumer has to spend. We're up against other retailers of services. You know, there's some big boys out there, Apple and the big high street brands and the Primarks and the retailers of fashion and food. They're all wanting to capture some of this pent up consumer spend. And
Yeah.
I think it is a time that salon owners and providers of the beauty services just have a little look how they can change their business or product offering to maximize the opportunity over the next at least 2 years, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. And how do you think when you talk about adapting, how do you think like the Smart Group has been adapting its offering?
So as a group, we've invested, we've changed the way that we do business and the way that we offer our packages for our customers. We've realized that the traditional face-to-face meetings, presentations of products and services within predominantly salon environments, it can't happen because of COVID protocols. We've also found that our customers are too busy to talk to us in a normal business day at the moment. So we've adapted by providing virtual demonstrations, virtual masterclasses, virtual training sessions, virtual introductions. So we've almost become a broadcaster of content to allow our customers that we want to support. You know, we've just finished 2 masterclasses this month for clients that we have that stock our Accor plasma device, a leading sublimation plasma pen. And we've had over 120 salons attend a masterclass for them just to get back into the saddle. They hadn't done a treatment for 5 months. And a lot of people had lost confidence or, you know, wanted that confidence booster. And we did the same with a product we have called Smart Meso, which is a no needle mesotherapy application. And again, we had over 80 of our salons that wanted just to recapture. We found a lot of our training programs we've put on to make available online. And that allows our customers to access that material when they want to and how they want to.
Yeah.
I mean, don't tell the clinical training team, but I've actually heard that trainers online can be put on pause.
Yeah.
And even rewinded if they haven't made complete sense to the viewer or listener at the time. So it actually allows salon owners to not close a salon for a day's training. It allows salon owners to allow their staff to take the time to train on an individual basis. People learn at their own learning rate.
Yeah.
So that's something we've adapted and we've learned. And the feedback we're getting from our customers, it is a much more accessible way to learn, notwithstanding the fact that we'd still offer COVID-safe one-to-one or one-to-two training or in-salon training if that suits the client too. But this accessibility to knowledge is definitely, and sharing that knowledge amongst groups. So we've opened up many of our customers to join private groups that they can talk and share ideas and solve problems and face the challenges, not just with the clinical training team, but the commercial arm of the company as well, in a group environment. So it's fantastic. It's great seeing customers both facing the same challenges and then sharing the knowledge to overcome those challenges for success. That's a real powerful way of building a business. So our clients are becoming more like partners. We're learning more from them. And it's due to that accessibility through technology. So that's a winner.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I think those are like two really good things that have come over these last 12 months. So that accessibility to learning and that openness, and then also that sharing, like sharing to tackle problems together.
Absolutely. And I think if we had a kind of a mission statement to carry on in terms of momentum, is for us to kind of break that traditional supplier customer barrier. It's it's kind of built up as that we supply and the salon will deliver, and there's a negotiation on price. But really, if we both work together, focusing on the end user and what they want, and then filter it back and realize, it's our job to source, manufacture, supply chain, stock, all the nasty stuff like, product insurance, product liability, training, backup and support is, that's our job. Whereas the beauty or nail salon's job is to deliver that brand, technique or service, customer facing. And if we can understand each other's individual roles in that process, because we all want the same thing, we want the consumer to have a fantastic treatment, get results, and we are very much a results driven kind of company, feel good about it, and then want more, and then we all win. So I think that breaking down of that traditional them and us, and more of let's say we've gone inclusive rather than being exclusive, I think is the best way. And we want to increase that over the next 12 months.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And in terms of the resource centre, and people, if they want to learn more about the Smart Group, where can people go, and what kind of resources are out there?
So absolutely. So at the moment on the Olympia Beauty Resource Centre, we currently have some masterclasses, which you can request on demand. That's obviously a free service, and there you'll be meeting our trainers, where we hosted a masterclass to our clients at the time and some interested parties to learn more about the delivery of both the Smart Meso, which is a fantastic little product that delivers the benefits of mesotherapy, but without needles. So this is about instant tightening and reduction of fine lines and wrinkles, but more importantly, the delivery of active ingredients deep into the skin through the transdermal membrane, in creating an 84% better absorption of product. So you're getting better results. It's very popular at the moment, that product, because it's a machine. It halves the traditional facial time. And what we're hearing from operators is that traditional 1 hour facial is probably taking 1 hour, 20 minutes to deliver after a cleaning down period and COVID protocols. So the Smart Meso allows you to deliver a really good facial in half an hour. So you're halving your time. You can charge a premium price for it. So, doubling profits at a time when a lot of salons are feeding back to us is that their therapists are becoming cleaners 20% of their time, you know. So we don't want that. As operators, we want our therapists to delivering, you know, £1 per hour that our business model's based on, doing what they do best. There's a key in the name, therapist or technician, you know, they're delivering the service. So that masterclass is looking at that and how that can be done with the Smart Mezzo, which has been very good. We are delighted to represent the Accor plasma pen, which offers a huge range of treatments from skin tag removal to skin tightening, results that can be compared with surgery in a non-invasive way. And again, another masterclass there aimed at current users, but a great introduction to people that are looking to change and see what they can add in terms of their treatment portfolio. Coming up, we have, I think in the next week, it will be published through your website, is a really interesting interview. We have a series of interviews called Smart People, where we actually interview people, our customers in the industry, our experts, on a similar kind of basis that we're doing today. Yeah. And we have a fantastic interview with a lady called Morgan from Leeds, who is a clinic a clinic manager for her mother's business that's been running for 30 years. She's also a college lecturer, level 4 esthetician, and she's changed and introduced her laser hair removal offering to our Smart Diode, and what's that's done to an established business that was becoming stagnant in some of the offerings it has. That's interesting. That's coming up soon. And I think at the end of the month, we have another Smart People interview, again based around the Smart Diode, of a salon owner, Aphrodite Nails and Beauty in Rugby, who is who has been a traditional nails predominant service salon with a bit of beauty in the back, a bit of the modern kind of what I call aesthetic treatments in terms of microblading and that kind of, and a bit of semi-permanent makeup. And with, I think, 4 or 5 girls in the front predominantly doing nails, and again introducing what seems to be a very on-trend treatment at the moment is pain-free laser hair removal, and how we installed that into her on April the 10th, and since opening, sure she won't mind sharing this because she already has, because we're just editing the video now. She's realised over £15,000 in her first month, offering laser hair removal from as little as £24 a session. So that's a really good story. That's about
amazing,
how a nail-based business can enter into that aesthetic market, still offering value to the customer, but our business model with our lasers and most treatments is we're very conscious about pounds per hour revenue. We come from a beauty retailing business. I personally have owned salons from 1993 all the way up to 2009. And as much as I work with very talented beauty therapists and technicians, the bottom line in terms of the business model is about pounds per hour and accessibility and affordability to the consumer. So if you can find that magic formula where you can offer a reasonably affordable price point to a wide audience, but deliver that treatment in short enough time that it can deliver up to £300 of hour revenue for the operator, you've hit the magic number. So laser hair removal from £19, £24 a session. You can do 6 sessions an hour. The math speaks after itself. And 94% of ladies remove hair on a regular basis. So that's kind of exciting. And we've adapted that to offer it into a business package, predominantly aimed at the beauty operator, a medical grade device where you can have and operate it and eventually own it from as little as £50 a month for the first 6 months. So that allows you to develop and build that new business within your salon, and then have an interest-free payment plan from as little as £449 a month. So we think that, and it has been our bestseller for the last 2 months, that is us adapting a traditionally high-end product and making it affordable and commercially viable and democratizing it to the wider beauty and nail audience.
Yeah, that's great. So like you really provide services to people that are kind of starting out, and also people that, you know, they've got their salon and maybe it's just, nail orientated and they want to do a bit of something else. So
absolutely, and from a background of over 20 years owning and operating salons, what we endeavour to do here is provide a package on the realisation of we understand our customers' business. We too, and still today, we do over 20,000 laser hair removal treatments to the UK consumer, for example, ourselves. So we get that feedback, and that allows us to manipulate both our feedback to manufacturer, to factory levels, in terms of technical, what is the consumer wanting, how can we deliver that better, what is the operator needing, in terms of serviceability. So we guarantee our product. We have a money back guarantee in all our products. If they don't do what they say on the tin, we give your money back. And that is judged by the consumer, our eventual customer. So we're consumer focused and realize to get there, we need a partner in terms of the salon, and understand that they're not experts at it. So if we can provide that knowledge in terms of our training, our support, our commercial, our launch plans, looking at delivering a product and allowing them to build a new income stream without the onerous costs involved with high leasing costs, and then spread that payment plans over a longer period, but interest-free. So again, at no penalty to the business, it gives the chance for, especially the nail salon and the beauty salon, to step into that world of what I would term as a medi-spa treatment. And what we're hearing back is that in beauty, the big demand from the consumer is for medi-spa treatments that have a medical provenance, that have a permanency to them, that are results driven, but yet delivered in that beauty and spa environment with the people they trust. I mean, the beauty about our industry, excuse the pun, and it still amazes me today after, nearly 30 odd years in the business, is that the consumer will walk into a beauty, hair, nail, aesthetic clinic without knowing anyone there, literally walk into a room, take their clothes off and say, hey, can you fix me?
Yeah.
And then that trust is then taken, and that consumer builds a relationship up with that therapist, clinician or technician, and they trust them, whether it's the ends of their fingers, whether it's the most intimate body parts, is about trust. And it's an important role that your clients, my partners have with the consumer that we should never forget. So if we can support that and they believe in it, I think we all win.